Hi everyone, Miss Pratt here, and today we are going to keep working on the human body. So at this point we've worked on drawing the human face, we've worked on eyes, and now we're going to focus a little more in depth on the lips. Okay, after that we'll work on nose and ears, and then we'll go to arms and hands and legs and feet. Okay, but today all you need is a paper and pencil. Okay, so go ahead and get those things. If you don't have them, pause the video and go and get them, okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to start out by drawing my lips. I'm going to do just the outline, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a line in the middle very lightly because it's going to get erased. And that's going to be the crease in the middle of my lips, okay? I think I might have to focus this. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, so what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to do a curved line, comes to a point. Okay, that's going to be the top of my lip. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now they may not be quite even, but I'm going to do the best that I can. Alright, now my lips, when I draw them, I'm going to have them shut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and connect them. Just make a line, and I'm going to make it as straight as I can. I'll erase where I messed up at. Alright, now for my lower lip, I'm just going to do a line that curves around and meets there. Okay, now again, it's not quite perfect. That's okay though. Alright, I'm going to erase the line that I drew. And then now what's left is shading. Okay, so I have a mirror sitting next to me to help me. So if you guys have a mirror you can look at, or if you have a phone that you can look at, that's helpful. Okay, so looking at my lips, I notice that there's a highlight in the middle where the light hits at. So what's darker is the part where my lips meet, and the very top and the very bottom of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start shading along the top and the bottom of my lips. Alright, so I'm going to make sure that they're about the same thickness. Alright, so I'm slowly getting there. And I'm going to flip mine over so I can work on the bottom too. And when I do that, I can also see a little bit better that my bottom lip needs a little bit of work on it. A little bit of work. So I'm going to erase that line where it was too wide. Alright, and I'm going to work on the crease where they meet. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and flip it back the right way. And then if you are able to look at your lips or someone around you, you know that we have lines that come down on them and make them look curved, even though they actually are on us. They'll make it look curved when we draw them. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start on our bottom lip, and we're going to add those curved lines. Alright, you can add some more shading, going down into those lines. And then I'm going to add some shading in the corner. So that's what it's looking like right now. Okay, now I've got that shaded a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and work some underneath the lip. So the lip and the nose are really determined and defined by the shadows around them. So with our lip, a lot of what we see of it is also what's underneath it with our chin. Okay, so most of us have a shadow right here under our lip, right about here, where it meets our chin. Okay, so I'm going to add some shadows underneath here too. And it's going to be where it's coming down to our chin. Alright, so this line is going to be the darkest, because it's the line right above our chin. We normally have light spots right here underneath the corner of our chin, so we don't really need anything there. Okay, we've got a dark spot right underneath our lip. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and add some shading along the bottom here, so I'm just doing a little bitty lines down here, all the way along the bottom. Little bitty lines. I'll go to both sides and do that. And I don't know if you can hear it in my video, but I have just some relaxing music playing in the background. You might want to make sure you've got some music playing, maybe a quiet movie that you like to watch. I think it helps to have something else going on. Gives you something to listen to anyway while you're drawing. Alright, so I'm slowly getting there. And those lines are going to be a little bit bigger towards the middle of my lip, where it's a bigger space. And they're going to get smaller as they get closer to the outside of my lip. I'm going back over the top and just adding a few more lines there. Alright, so next what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and work on our upper lip, our top lip. And I'm going to go ahead and spend just a minute kind of looking at mine and talking about how mine looks. And if yours is similar to mine, that's fine. If not, you can be looking at your own mirror or camera to be really deciding how you're going to draw and shade yours. So mine is pretty dark where it meets up with my bottom lip. It's also a lot thinner, okay? Doesn't have as many lines. It's dark around the corners. And it's got some shadows on it from my nose, okay? So what I'm going to start with is I'm going to start in the corners, darken that up a little bit more. And then I'm going to work where it meets with my bottom lip. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do again little lines coming up. Just to add some shading. I'm going to do that all the way across. And as you can probably tell at this point, drawing people is not my forte in art. It's not my biggest interest, and it's also not my strongest artistic talent. So I'm trying my best to make this understandable for you guys, to make it fairly simple. But you know, I'm still practicing and I'm still learning with it. Okay, so if you can't follow along with what I'm doing, or if you think you can do it better, there are lots of other videos on YouTube that you can watch that will probably do a better job of explaining how to do this, okay, and probably have a better outcome too. Alright, I'm going to go over and darken my line in the middle. Add a little bit more shading. Alright, I'm going to add my two lines here that come up and meet my nose. And I'm going to add some shading there. I'm going to add, I've got some shadows right on the corner of my mouth. I'm going to add those and blend them out. So we've talked about in some of our other lessons, but just in case you forgot, shading is when you take something either from dark to light or from light to dark to make it look more realistic. Alright, I'm going to blend some with my fingers. Alright, I'm going to gradually fade out along the top. So it's already dark, so what I'm going to be doing now is lightening it up. Right, again, I'm shading it and then I'm smudging it with my finger. All right, I'm going to add a little bit more detail on my bottom lip, so I'm going to darken it up some right at the crease. And then after I do that, I think that I'll be pretty close to done. And then that's when you can decide if you're done too, or if you still want to add color, or if you need to work on your shading more. Okay. Now, I think I'm at a good stopping point. You can always add more to yours. You can add color. You could continue if you've got room on your paper and draw your eyes. You could add your nose. Alright, there's lots more you could do to it, but I'm going to go ahead and stop here. Alright, if there's anything you want to learn how to draw, feel free to send me a message, and I will try and make a video on it. Okay, I hope you guys have a great day, and hopefully I will see you soon. Bye.